All right, how's it going, everybody? I hope you have already viewed lesson one, the first lesson that is labeled Monday, April 6, 2020. If you've not yet done that, please go to Google Classroom and do lesson one first before moving on to lesson two today, because they're going to all go in order, guys. So make sure that even if you're a little bit behind, that's okay. Make sure you get to lesson one first before lesson two. Okay, so lesson two, let me share my screen. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go in and jump into lesson two, going over some different things, the different resources that I've included here, and then I will give you the time after this video to go through and explore it for yourself. So right now you are viewing number one, which is my lesson, and I'm going to go over the different things that I have included in this lesson for you. So number two says to view helpful diagrams. So let's view that one right here, titled helpful diagrams. Now on this document, this is just a view only. So you'll be able to view this document, but you will not be able to do anything on it. You don't need to turn this in. This is just for you to be able to look at. So it kind of gives you an idea here of a hierarchy diagram. So this is important with shapes in general, going over what almost like an umbrella, what's at the top and then everything that falls underneath it. So if you look at this first one, you'll notice that polygons is on the very top. So a polygon is a closed plane figure formed from line segments that meet only at their endpoints. So polygons, that is every shape that is connected that forms a shape. So triangle, square, rectangle, anything, pentagon, hexagon, any kind of shape is a polygon. So you notice here that everything underneath is a polygon. So the next thing is a quadrilateral. We talked about that yesterday. Remember, quad meaning four, lateral meaning sides. Quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon. Well, we know a lot of four-sided polygons. So in this example, we have rectangles and rhombuses, and then those two connect to a square. So a rectangle having two pairs of equal parallel sides and four right angles, and a rhombus having a parallelogram with four sides equal in length. So notice how those are not the same thing. Rectangle and rhombus are not the same thing, but they're both quadrilaterals. And then a square has the attributes of both of these things. So a square is a rectangle, and a square is also a rhombus. So you notice here that all of these different things kind of give you a little chart. And this one is similar, except it just kind of gives it to you in a little bit different of a version. So you can explore and look at these two as you go through with the lesson today. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to view the introduction to quadrilaterals and the polygons page. So introduction to quadrilaterals. And then I'm going to go back and also open up the polygons page. This page right here is just the shapes to help you if you are confused or not sure what this looks like. Let me see if this pulls up. Yeah, so just all the different kind of shapes. If you want to, you can print them out and have them and cut them out, or you can just view them and just look at them. Once again, this page is just a view. You don't need to do anything to it, just a view page so you can kind of look at some different shapes and see if it falls in the certain categories. So let me go back to Introduction to Quadrilaterals. All right, so this page you are going to turn in, but this is what I would like for you to do. If you have a ruler, this would be really nice for you to have a ruler to be able to draw. If you don't have a ruler, that's okay. You can use a straight edge, you can use a book, a piece of paper, if you want to help yourself doing making a straight edge with these shapes. So what you're going to do is you are going to draw these shapes on paper. So you are going to look at the different attributes and you are going to draw these shapes based on the attributes on paper. Then what you're going to do is you are going to put in here, you can put on paper because you're going to turn this in. So you're going to go every time you do one, you're going to go to the next box, on paper, and then when you're done, you will then turn this in so I know you've done it on paper. So that's going to kind of be something where I'm going to take your word for it and trust that you've actually done it, and that you can show your parents your assignment once you have finished. Okay, so let me draw a parallelogram. Now, I could draw several different things. I'm going to do it on this paper, but once again, you're going to actually hand draw what this looks like. Okay, let me get my handy dandy drawing tool out here. Okay, I can actually do a line. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, a four-sided polygon, so it's got four sides with opposite sides that are parallel. All right, so I'm going to draw a line here and a line here. So those are parallels, never going to touch. They're a little bit crooked. I need to do a little bit better. And let's do a line here and a line here. So what shape is that? Well, it's a rectangle because my attributes of a rectangle are opposite sides being parallel. That's correct. Opposite sides being the same length. That's correct. And I have four right angles. So I've drawn a rectangle. That's an example of a parallelogram. Well, I could draw something else. What about, let's see. What about if I did this? Okay, opposite sides parallel, so those lines are going to go on forever without touching. Let's do blue. And opposite sides in blue that will never touch, going on forever. So there's a four-sided polygon with opposite sides that are parallel. Now, it's not a rectangle because I don't have right angles. It's not a rhombus because all sides aren't the same. So this is actually just a parallelogram. That is the only way that I can describe this shape because of based on the attributes that it has. So you can do any of those, and as you see, you'll see parallelograms, you'll see square, trapezoid, rhombus, not parallelograms, quadrilaterals, polygons, rectangles. So you're just going to play around with these different things and draw these things out and see if it matches the categories here. And when you're finished, once again, you're just going to put in the blank on paper. So I know that you have completed your assignment here. Okay? All right. And then also, if you need to, you can go to the polygons page right here and look to see if any of these shapes match the ones that we're going to be going over and looking at. So look at those carefully, and you can actually pick these to actually draw if it fits under the correct category. Okay. So we have done the helpful diagrams. We have looked at number 3, those two. And once again, I put a little note here to turn in the introduction to quadrilaterals once you draw them on paper. So once you draw them, please make sure you are turning that in. And then number 4 is you're going to practice at this last link, when you're finished with your assignment. So this last link right here, let me click on it. So it pulls up a page where it helps you classify quadrilaterals. Okay, so this says to select all the rhombuses. Well, I might need to go back and figure out what is a rhombus. So if I go back to my helpful diagram, a rhombus, a parallelogram with all four sides that are equal in length. Well, this one's equal 10, 10, 10, and 10. I'm going to click that one. 10, 15, 15, and 25. Nope, not equal. 13, 13, 10, and 10, not equal either. Submit, and I get my score from there. Okay, once again, select all rhombuses. That would be this one and this one with equal sides. This one does not have equal sides that are parallel. Once again, okay? Select all trapezoids. Well, I might need to go through and look at what is a trapezoid. Now, I actually don't have trapezoid on this paper right here on my helpful diagrams. So what I could do is go back to my classwork, and if you remember from Monday, you also have other links here that can help you. Remember, you can go to any of these links. So you have to remember you've got these links. They're going to stay up. I'm not going to take them down. They're going to stay up for you to be able to look at them. I'm going to go to trapezoid. All right, trapezoid, two sides that are parallel. So it's got to be two of the sides that are parallel for a trapezoid. All right, let me scroll down as well and look at that as well. Okay, so here's a trapezoid, two sides that are trapezoid. Okay, let me go back. All right, so this one, no sides, because if I look at these lines, let me look at my drawing tool. This line right here is going to touch this line. And this line right here is going to touch this line, so that one's not good. That's the same shape but reverse. Now this one works because I got a line here and a line here they're never going to touch. So I'm going to click this one and submit. Okay, so you're going to get just some different practice, and you can just get on there and you can practice. And remember, you always can get on Dreambox as well. If you need some extra support or extra practice to look at these things, please go ahead and get on Dreambox as well, so that you have got that as well. Okay, all right, so back to classwork. Let me make sure I got everything that I've done. I also put here, guys, the geoboard. So you do have the geoboard here as well if you want to mess around and make some different shapes on the geoboard and then just kind of draw those out. So you have all the resources that you should need under this assignment. Okay, so I will check in with you guys tomorrow. We'll do our morning meeting. We'll do a live video so you can ask any questions, and I will be giving you feedback on your work as you turn these things in. So please make sure that you're turning everything in and that you are getting everything done with the different assignments that are posted. Okay, and then more lessons will be posted next week. We'll continue with our quadrilaterals unit and with our shapes. Okay, so for right now, stay safe and make sure you're listening to your parents as you are going throughout your day. All right, I'll see y'all next week.